Okay, this is Sabretooth, the Dead Don't Talk #1. So we are here in this bar with some idiot. He gets his phone taken and crushed by Wolverine, who tells him to get the fuck out. And Wolverine is sitting here talking to this man, I think his name is O'Sullivan, and they're just kind of reminiscing about things. And, you know, drinking as Wolverine often does. And he looks up on the wall and he sees a picture that he's not too familiar with. And in that picture is somebody who he's very familiar with, but he's very confused. So he starts looking at the picture, and the guy is like, "Oh, you don't know who Mad Dog Murphy is? I'll be happy to fill you in." And he's like, "What the fuck?" So going here to Ravencroft, like the asylum, I guess, in 1909, where Wolverine was. And I believe prior to him being on the table, him and Sabretooth got into a fight. And he cut the hell out of his ass. And so, of course, he wanted revenge for that. And Mr. Sinister is running experiments on people. Because, of course, that is what Mr. Sinister does. So he actually goes and sends him to find another body. And while he's talking to himself and basically saying, fuck all of them people down there, he runs into this guy, who is quite literally in a straitjacket. So why are you listening to that man? You're both crazy. And they both stand there and have crazy talk. So he basically starts trying to convince him to break him out so that they can start ruling the underworld together, and that Essex undervalues him, which may or may not be true. Anyway, while he's doing his experiment, he hears an alarm and he goes looking for Fritz, who had to take a break. And then he hears like a lot of screams coming from the hallway, and almost all of the scientists, except for this black lady over here, are dead. That's weird. And Essex is like, "You're going to regret this so much." So they end up going to this place called Satan's Circus, where this guy named Brick is fighting a bear, and he ends up winning. And he's like, who else wants to like fight me? Well, here comes these two. And he cuts his head off with his hands, and you know, this is just wild. I don't know what else to say.